Welcome to Truth Be Told, Stories from Black Australia. This podcast is recorded on Ngarigo Country, and we acknowledge the Ngarigo people as the traditional custodians of the land this show is made on. We pay our respects to their elders, past and present. We extend that respect to all the traditional custodians across the lands from where you are listening from, and to all First Nations peoples listening. This first episode is a little different from the ones that follow. We are not going to open with a story today, though there are plenty of those coming, and some of them will stop you in your tracks. Today, before any of that, we want to tell you who we are, what this show is, why we made it, and what you can expect every time you press play. My name is Jake, and this is a Three Brothers production. We are three Aboriginal brothers, Sebastian, Chris, and myself, with bloodlines to Gundungurra Country, raised on Ngarigo Country, and now living on Ngarigo. We grew up hearing parts of this history, some of it from family, some of it from community, and a lot of it from places the school system never went. We also grew up watching people around us who had no idea this history existed, not because they were bad people, but because this country has spent a very long time making sure it stayed hidden, quietly tucked away out of the curriculum, out of the news cycle, and out of the national conversation. We got tired of that, so we built this show. Truth Be Told is about Australian Blak history, with a capital B in Black, the way Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have reclaimed that spelling as their own. It is about the massacres, the institutions, the laws, the policies, the deaths in custody, the stolen children, the stolen wages, the stolen land, and the resistance. It is about the people who fought back, who survived, who built something anyway, and who are still here. And it is about connecting all of that to where things actually stand right now, in 2026, because this history is not over. A lot of it is still actively happening, in different forms, under different names, with the same underlying patterns. We want to be clear about something from the start. This is not a show that presents two equal sides and asks you to make up your own mind. The history covered on Truth Be Told is documented, it is sourced, and in many cases it is a matter of official record in coronial inquests, parliamentary reports, court findings, and government archives. We call what happened by its actual names: massacre, genocide, theft, murder, institutional racism. We do that not to provoke anyone, but because accurate language is the minimum respect we owe to the people these things happen to. We also want to be clear about what this show is not. It is not a show that only delivers grief. It is not a show that treats Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people only as victims. These episodes will include stories of extraordinary resistance, of legal victories that changed the entire shape of Australian law, of communities that survive things no community should have had to survive, and of culture and language that is being actively revived and strengthened right now in 2026, because Aboriginal people never stopped fighting for it. Every episode of Truth Be Told follows the same basic structure, so you know what to expect. We open with a cold open, usually a specific person or a specific moment in time that puts you directly inside the story before we explain what it is. Then comes the acknowledgement of country, because this podcast is recorded on Ngarigo Country, and that matters every single time, not just the first. After that, a brief highlight of what the episode covers, so you know where we are headed. Then a trigger warning, because some of what we cover is genuinely hard to hear. We will always reference 13 Yarn, the crisis support line staffed entirely by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, available any time of the day or night on 13 92 76. Please use it if you need it. Then the body of the episode, which is where we go deep into the history, the people involved, the official record, and what it connects to today. Then a wrap-up, bringing the key threads together. New episodes of Truth Be Told drop every Tuesday and every Thursday. 2 episodes a week, 52 weeks a year. We have a lot of history to cover. A word on the content itself. We research every episode carefully. Where there is genuine historical dispute, we say so and explain the different positions. Where the evidence is clear, we say that too, and we do not soften it to make anyone more comfortable with it. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have had their history softened and sanitized and quietly set aside for 200 years. This show is not going to do that. If you are a non-Indigenous listener coming to this history for the first time, we are genuinely glad you are here. This show is for you, and it will ask things of you. It will ask you to sit with discomfort. It will ask you to hold complexity. It will ask you to hear things that might change how you understand the country you live in. We think all of that is worth doing, and we think you can handle it. If you are an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander listener, we want you to know that we have made this show with the deepest respect for the communities, the families, and the ancestors whose stories we are telling. We have tried to tell them truthfully and with the care they deserve. We know some of these stories will be personal. Some of them will be your family. Some of them will be things you have carried your whole life without anyone in the mainstream ever wanting to hear it. We see you. We made this show for you too. We also acknowledge that at times pronunciation may not be accurate, and we apologize if this is ever the case. We mean no disrespect should this be the case, and while proud Aboriginal men, we do not claim to speak for a particular country or nation, but more so from a black fella lens, because it's time someone started talking about these events openly. Take care of yourselves as you listen. There is no obligation to push through an episode that is bringing something up for you. We are proud of this show. We are proud of the history it carries and the communities it comes from. And we are ready to get started. Truth Be Told. Stories from Black Australia. Every Tuesday and every Thursday. This has been a Three Brothers production. We will see you for episode 1.